Sagittarius, either you know the path in which you are being guided, or you know the path well in which you are already on. It has taken me 3 days to do this video. 3 days of much needed reflection, much needed observation. I needed this time. We are being surrounded by monitoring spirits. You will see them fly in and out of this video. There's no mistake there. There are several things that I want to touch on in this video that I kind of picked up on in the past couple of days. This is very powerful energy that is surrounding you and that is within you. You would probably be aware of this at this point already. You would know. You would feel it. It's almost like feeling the calling. You feel it. I would also venture to say that you are either merging into this mode of understanding, or you are already currently there, where perhaps you find it difficult to tolerate the human species. Knowing full well that you are also a human, having a human experience rather, but it's getting exceedingly difficult to be surrounded by those around you whom are so out of touch. It's like you're speaking a foreign language. It's as if they don't understand you. It's as if they are on one complete path and you're on a different one, like you're forging your own way, your own path. There's a lot of change happening for you, Sagittarius or Crosswatcher. This could be entirely reversed, but if you were drawn to click on this video, and something to do with drawn, you may actually draw. You may draw, because I ran out of paper this morning. Funny, right? I usually use computer paper, but I ran out. Or college roll paper, and all I had was my sketch paper, which is funny because the last one I drew was this girl kind of hanging from teeth. And yeah, so I'm using the opposite side, and that's what we're gonna draw on today. Also, yesterday I went somewhere and I went ahead and stuck it in my wallet. There was this sticker underneath this table that I was trying to reach, and I couldn't reach it, so I had to like finagle around a little bit until I grabbed it. And on the sticker it says intentionally blank. It's probably backwards. Something told me to keep it, so I kept it. And I actually think it's part of your message. So maybe this is saying I shouldn't even title this message Sagittarius. Maybe I should just put Sagittarius and leave it intentionally blank. You fill in the dots. I love this. You know what this is like? I'm not trying to tell you what to do. You don't tell me what to do. I'm not trying to tell you how to live. You don't tell me how to live. This is like live and let live. This is I respect things. I even respect the humans because, well, I'm one with them. But I don't get them, but I respect them. Whatever they believe, whatever path they go and they forge, that's their path. This is what I choose. You're not out there harming anyone. You're not out there trying to hurt anyone. You're not out there being someone who wants to destroy individuals because you are so bored with your own life that you can't focus on yourself. This is not what you're trying to do. If anything, you're researching. You're researching your own soul. You're researching yourself. You're researching life, like nature, literature. You're researching things. I feel like you could be reading books. You're very observant. You're paying attention. Like you are in such a transformative time. Either you're going into it, you've already been in it for a while and you're about to elevate again, or you can feel this. You can feel this. Maybe even you feel like you are being brought together with another whom is, like, you know it's coming, you just don't know when. This video is very specific for a group of Sagittarius or cross-watcher. This is entirely about someone who has already or is currently breaking away from what they've known and what the people around them accept. I do think that you have some tension around you. I do think that you have people who are keeping a very close eye on everything that you do. They have you like under a microscope as if you're some sort of test subject, like you're in a laboratory or something. And this can be very uncomfortable. It can make you feel as if you're not free or you can't breathe. And this is not a place you like to operate like that. You are unapologetically yourself, and you want to be nothing but yourself. And you also don't want to have to explain why you are the way you are and who you are, because most people aren't asking because they really want to know. Most people aren't watching because they really want to know. You're in a heightened state of awareness, or you are moving into that. You may even be able to kind of sense things before they're happening. You can tell what someone is thinking before they say it. You can tell who is watching before they comment. You know whom operates fake accounts before it's exposed. You can sense and smell the cowardice. You can taste the judgments of other people. And none of this is affecting you emotionally. You're just downloading. I feel like you're downloading a lot of information during this time. It's almost like, you know, you remind me of like Neo from the Matrix, or you remind me of like some sort of robot that gets downloaded with all this information, you know, and then but yet is also like its own form of intelligence at the same time, you know. I think this is why I've needed so many days to rest. I think this is why I needed so many days to get this message out. They're going their way and you're going your way. Their way is not your way. You are not been out of shape about this. It's as if you accept people as they are. You accept them to believe in what they want to believe, to follow whatever they want to follow, but they cannot accept you as you are. Nor are they really trying to. You are your own breed. You're like an animal. Maybe even some of you have a very specific spirit animal that you connect to, right? I'll give an example. You may have heard me often talk about the jellyfish. That is my spirit animal. It's one of them. It's my main one. So instead of someone trying to kind of understand me and figure me out, which can be difficult, it would be better to try to understand the animal that I am. Which is actually really interesting. When I was young, I was in this Sunday school class when I used to be very religious, and I think he wasn't my like main teacher for some reason. I think he came in later is what I can remember. I don't know why that's important here, but either way, he came in, and I remember that he had to play a little game with us because he said that this was to help him understand who we are better. So he asked us, what is our favorite color, and 3 descriptive reasons why we love that color. Not like it's pretty, it's this and that, but descriptive reasons, like what does it make you feel like? Like, let's say, for instance, you were to say blue. You could say it is calming or comforting, or it's expressive. I mean, whatever descriptive word you used, right? So this is what we had to do with our color, and then he moved on to our animal. and he said, name your favorite animal, the first animal that pops into your mind. Why is it your favorite animal? And 3 descriptive reasons why. Well, of course, at the time, my color has since shifted a bit. I still love yellow, but it's not my favorite anymore. I would say maybe even black is my favorite, but really it's more so emerald, like an emerald green. I would say you could put them probably all in the same, on the same line. Black, emerald green, and yellow. I love them all. But anyway, when I was young, and until maybe 5 years ago, yellow was my favorite color. So I told him yellow, and I gave 3 descriptive reasons why, and then I told him jellyfish. It's always been my favorite animal. Always, since I was as small as I can remember. The jellyfish is my animal. And then we went on to describe later on, as the little game he was playing progressed, and he explained why he asked us these things. He said, your color is how you want people to see you. And then that told you a lot about yourself, right? Your animal is who you really are. So if you want to get to know me, get to know my animal. If you want to know the person who's speaking in this video right now, know the animal inside. Know that animal, and you know me. Some of you hate describing yourself to people. You hate trying to talk of yourself. You may even, if you're not with anyone, you're single, you may even find, dating to be like a daunting task, or to be something that's rather depressing at times, and even boring, because you're tired of going over the same old things. What do you like? What's your favorite color? What's your animal and all? If we could just get to know each other, and it'd be a lot simpler than that, then we could save a lot of time. So you may even be in that mode where you're like, I want to be loved and accepted in friendship, in romance, in every walk of life, for who I am, not what someone wants me to be, not for a show they want me to put on, not for, pumping out this and that content constantly, not doing this and that and this. No, I want to be accepted and loved and appreciated for who I am in the core. I'm not a puppet on a stage. If you love my animal, the odds are you might really love me. If you don't, I wouldn't even waste your time. Don't waste your time. Go to someone who likes, I don't know, something else. But that's what I feel for Sagittarius during this time. You are so, deep is an understatement here. Deep is an understatement. There's nothing shallow about you. You could talk for hours. You're like an old friend, really. You say a lot of things people probably don't want to hear. Or if you were to speak, you may have even gotten to a place where you're like, you would say things that people probably don't want to hear. And it's just because it destroys their illusions of what they want to believe. But I think you ask a lot of questions. You may be in a place where you're asking a lot of questions in life. It's because you're transformers, you're growing. You have all this energy in you. It's like you're having this massive spiritual awakening, but I think that still doesn't do it justice. I think there's another word here for what's going on with you. It's like, welcome. You may even give yourself a new name. Like a persona, really, but not really. It's you may give yourself a new name. It's the name of your soul. Maybe not even your given name at birth, but a name that is who you are. Play with that a little. You may see what I mean if you haven't done that already. Some of you are going to rename yourself. I don't know if you're going to do it legally change your name, but names hold vibration. They hold a very strong vibration, and so whatever your name is, it may not actually suit you to the core. Just like human doesn't really suit you, but it is a suit you are in. Though it is a suit you are in, that does not mean that it suits you. And so you can re-identify, reclassify yourself. Some of you, because this is happening in your life, will probably adjust some connections also for you, meaning you might lose friends and then you will gain friends. You will gain friends and you will lose friends. You will gain support and you will lose support. You will have a multitude of people who will flock to you like these monitoring spirits because they try to understand you, but because they can't understand you, they want to almost like rip you down. But it is really just that they are almost like obsessed fans. No one obsesses over someone that much that they don't actually care about. They want to understand you, and because they can't, they want to overcome you. They want to pull you down. Meanwhile, failing to see that it's mostly important that they understand themselves. They've put themselves last, whereas you are focusing mainly on the self, and this is why all this growth is happening. You're just filling your brain full of knowledge, asking all of these questions, not believing because you're told to, but because you've like went down the rabbit hole, so to speak. You research and you've decided for yourself what feels right. Not because you're being told to do something, but because it feels right to you. Not because you've been forced to believe a certain way, but because it feels right to you, even if others do not understand it. I feel so much energy in you, it's almost like sweating out of me. Like I feel like I'm radiating right now, like I'm on fire, like a star, like a fallen star. Have you noticed that the majority of the time I've been talking, I've been doing this with my arms? You are very open to receive. You are open to receive, open to others. I would also say that you're probably very accepting of others as well, meaning just because you don't believe maybe in how other people believe, you would still be able to have a conversation with people. You would still be able to listen to their perspective and their way of things, though they probably wouldn't be able to listen to yours, would they? But you're still very open to them and accepting. Non-judgmental, and you definitely have some sort of strong connection to animals. And I would also venture out to say that it's deeper than the animals that you probably have in your home or around your home. It's deeper than cats and dogs, although those are some of your best friends. Yes, your strongest companions, and they love you dearly. But there's an animal on the outside of you, one that you probably do not have as a pet, and you might not ever have as a pet, for obvious reasons. But you are very connected to this creature, this pet. It's not a pet. It's interesting how I keep saying pet though, right? It's almost like you love it very much like a pet, like you would pet it if you could, but I feel like this is a creature you probably wouldn't even be able to pet. Not really. Not really. I mean, maybe it would let you because you're vibrating at a different energy, but I'm not really sure of it. Even if you were to say, I want to pet this creature, you would probably be looked at as like crazy. This isn't a creature that you would pet. You're very misunderstood, Sagittarius, during this time. You are. Especially by those around you who've known of you, especially those from your past. They're still here. They are still here. They're still coming. They're still watching. They're still attracted, but they can't quite tell why. What is it about you? They're in opposition of you, but it's because they can't change. They are very much in this bubble. The same bubble. There are many conversations about you that you don't know about. It's not that you're concerned. And then you also have this group of people that are energetically attracted to you because they are also seekers. They are also searching for someone who is like them, someone who also questions things, someone who wants to know and doesn't just believe because they're told to, and doesn't just fall in line and doesn't just obey. They are also going through these things, and this is almost like where they talk about like attracting your tribe. It's coming to you. It's taken some time, but it's coming to you. A lot of why it's taken time, though, is because there's a level of shame in the path that you are following. Not for you. And I think the level of shame in the path that you are following is because most people are not taught to follow their own path. We're taught to follow in another's. I can't close my hands. It's like someone is holding my hands open energetically. I'm telling you, this is why I know that you are very open. You are wide open. It could also be precisely why you are needing more rest during this time, or why it would be important to take a lot of rest during this time. I know that it's all about get it, go out there, work, study, make that money, but also it's very important to remember that if it feels right in your life, it will be right for you, and it will never leave you. So balance is very important here, and so take the time that you need. If you feel you need rest. I also sense like needing a lot of water or something, like hydrate, like can't get enough water or tea during this time, like hot tea specifically. You could drink it cold, but hot tea, any type of tea, preferably without sweetener, unless you have like maybe honey and organic type honey, but yes, like tea, lots and lots of water, and a bit of salt, but replenish, something to do with the hydration. I sense you shifting, like even physically. You could even actually end up getting sick, or a little, like something's changing. Something's going to change in you, and you may get sick because of it, but it's just because the shift is going on internally, and it's affecting the body as well. But also, I feel if it's not a sickness, you could end up just changing like maybe you went from eating this to not wanting this at all, from drinking this to not wanting this at all, period. You can't even think of it anymore. It's like disgusting to even contemplate, to even fathom putting this in your body, whatever it is. It could be a person, could be where for a while you can't even fathom being touched, or just not by a specific individual. Maybe you get to a place also where you won't just hug anyone. You won't just shake anyone's hand. You may require more space, like a head nod will suffice. Gesture with the fingers, let them know that you know you're acknowledging their existence, but you don't necessarily need to exchange your energy, or it could actually be getting more rest. But I think I'm going to leave this here. I may actually leave this intentionally blank, although I feel like maybe I should leave it blank until it comes to me. You are right where you need to be. You are right on target. You are right on point. And you have a lot of eyes on you. You have a lot of eyes on you right now. And even when your eyes are closed, they're still watching. Some are watching to better understand you, and also to better understand themselves, because maybe you're just able to put it into words, kind of what they're also thinking, but they can't describe. They haven't gotten to that place yet. And then you have others that are watching to compare. To compare themselves to you. These people watch you more than anything because they give you all their time. They spend no time researching, asking questions of their own, seeking inside of themselves, because they are so immersed in you. You may notice a lot more bugs around you during this time. It's just a signal of the others watching. Gnats, mosquitoes, flies, fleas, bugs, ants, any type of creepy crawly creatures or anything that flies and buzzes around the head. You may notice a lot more of those, or an influx of people. The phone always ringing off the hook. Wow, can't speak. It got me right there. The phone always ringing off the hook. This person needing you and this person needing you, and being pulled in several different directions. This is also just more signs. But you are, I feel, right where you need to be. You came to the right place. And where the right place is you came back home. You came back to you. You're going to be making major moves here in the near future. Major moves, major decisions, and changes will occur. There's things that you have been feeling because I want to say your spiritual gifts or something is like on point. There's things you've been feeling about anywhere. I don't care what it is, about the neighborhood you live in, about the home you live in, about the vehicle you drive, about the place in which you work, about the community that surrounds you. There's things you've been feeling very, very strongly. Like you're knowing, I know, clear knowing. Yeah, that's a top notch right now. Top notch. I mean, it's been top notch for a while, but it's you're on point. Don't second guess for a second. Don't second guess for a second what you know. You're right. You've been right. Your gifts are strengthening. And I think what is causing that is you aren't allowing yourself to be controlled by anyone around you. And you're also not trying to control anyone else. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.